Hello friends. So in yesterday's video we finished chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita, and as we have done for other chapters also, in this video what we will do is summarize the teachings of Sri Krishna in chapter 3, so that you can then basically revise all the knowledge that has been presented here. So, in the chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita, it starts off by Arjun putting a question in front of Sri Krishna, wherein he says that if you think that knowledge is superior to action, then why are you forcing me to perform this very bad action? So, in chapter 2, Sri Krishna had told Arjun that the people who are wise, they are not really affected by the events that are happening in this universe, and they basically maintain a steady state of mind. So, with regards to that, Arjun placed this question wherein he said that you are saying that I should not be affected by the things that are happening around me in this universe, then why are you asking me to fight this war in which I'm going to be killing my own loved ones and therefore will be destroying my own family? So that was the question from which this chapter starts, and there is a very important message that is then provided to us by Sri Krishna in terms of the answer to this question. And what Sri Krishna says is that the fact that you are born in this universe basically compels you to act. So, what Sri Krishna is saying is that, because you are born in itself, you are bound to act. So, you don't have an option to not act. All the creatures who are present in this universe, they have to act no matter what. So, this is a very important message that Sri Krishna provides over here, because there is a confusion that many people have wherein they think that if they have to do some action which is unpleasant, so they think that if I just do not perform this action, then that will save me from getting demerit. But that's not how things really work. The thing is that in any situation you have the option to act and you have the option to not act. While people think that there are consequences for acting on something, they think that by not acting on something they will not have any consequences. So this is the confusion that most of the people have, because that is not really the case. In the situation, if you act, then that has a consequence, and if you do not act, that also has a consequence. So by being present in this universe, you are bound to basically act in one way or the other. The inaction on something is also a sort of action which will have its consequence. So, as an example, if there are mosquitoes which are increasing in your neighborhood, and that is leading to an increase in diseases, then by killing those mosquitoes there is consequence, because you are killing the mosquitoes, so the mosquitoes are living beings and so you are killing them, so that is one action. But if someone does not want to do that, then that also has a consequence, because if you do not kill the mosquitoes, then mosquitoes will bite the people and people will fall ill, and then people will fall sick, and then they might die. So in both the situations you have consequences of your action. So that is what Sri Krishna clarifies, that it's not like by you not acting it will not have any consequences. You not acting will also have its consequences. So every creature which is present in this universe is bound to act. Without acting, a creature cannot even survive, is what Sri Krishna has said. And therefore, Sri Krishna says that there is a way for you to act in this universe, wherein what you should do is that you should act without worrying about the consequences of your action. Instead, just dedicate your actions to me. So what he is saying is that don't perform your actions because you are looking something personally for yourself, something for you, something selfish. Do not act like that. Always act in a manner wherein you are acting without any hope for gaining anything from it, and you should act in a way where you're dedicating your work to God. So that is the kind of action that Sri Krishna tells Arjun to follow, and that is the idea of yajna, wherein he says that you should perform all your actions as a yajna. And he also says that the universe is created as a yajna itself. There is no personal gain that is there for the creator in terms of creating this universe. The universe is just created, and it's just a yajna. So you also just contribute to this yajna without really expecting anything back from it, dedicating everything to the divinity. So that is what he clarifies. And then after that, he tells Arjun that you being a leading person, you being a person who is an ideal for the society, people will follow you. They will look at your actions and they will follow you. So be very careful in your actions, and always act in a manner which is good for the for all the people. And then he gives his own example and says that just like I don't really need anything from this universe, and I don't really have to act in any manner, but I still act, because if I will not act, then this whole universe will fall into chaos, and that will lead to a lot of pain. So always look at your actions from that point of view, wherein you are acting in a manner so that you create more and more welfare for other people, and do not really look for your own self gain, just dedicate it to me. After that, Arjun then asks another question from Sri Krishna, wherein he asks that what is it that forces us to act in a manner which is sinful. And to that, Sri Krishna gives an answer that the reason why people act in a sinful manner is because of attachment and aversion. And this attachment and aversion actually arises inside us because we lack the understanding of this universe. We do not have the correct understanding of who we are, where we are situated, and basically a complete picture of what is really the truth. So because of this lack of understanding, we act in a sinful manner, is what Sri Krishna says. And this is something which is quite sophisticated, because in the other traditions generally people say that the sinful action has been inspired inside us by some Satan or devil. But in the Sanatan tradition, that is not really the case. There is only knowledge and lack of knowledge. And if you have knowledge, then you act in the right manner. And if you don't have the knowledge, then you are acting in a sinful manner. So that is pretty much the summary of all that has been mentioned by Sri Krishna in the third chapter. So I've summarized it in a very short form over here. I hope that I have clarified chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita to all of you. Tomorrow I will be presenting the quiz for this chapter, and then from then onwards we will start the next chapter. So I hope that I have explained this chapter well to you. With that, I will close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.